different stuff. But the thing to remember about a bass more than anything else, they are an opportunistic feeder, and they don't discriminate as far as, the foods that they're going to go after when they can. Literally, anything that moves in the water, anything that moves is potential prey for a bass. I don't care if it's a bird, if it's a snake, if it's a little animal, if it's any type of smaller fish, any type of crustacean. It doesn't matter. They're going to go for it if, they think they can get it in their mouth and swallow it. And they'll also eat dead stuff. I mean, one of the biggest bass I ever caught down at Grand Lake, I was catfishing with dead shad. I'd actually taken a shad and cut it in half, and I was throwing it out there fishing for channel catfish, and caught a big bass while that dead shad was sitting on the bottom on a mud flat. So that was one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me. But ultimately, okay, what is the favorite food of a fish, in my opinion, as far as what they prefer over anything? In my opinion, it is a soft shell crawdad. Crawdads molt during certain times of the year, and they lose their shell, they shed their shell, and when they shed their shell, their back, the shell on the crawdad is like mushy. You can take your finger and you can push it in, and it's super, super soft. And for however bass know when those crawdads are molten. They know the difference between a hard shell and a soft shell crawdad. And a soft shell crawdad is their number one food. I mean, it's full of protein. It's easy to eat. It's just good for them. They love it. Doesn't require a lot of energy because, they can sneak up behind a rock and just suck it in. It's not like they have to chase a shad down or, have you ever seen a bass chase a perch, trying to catch a perch? They will expend a tremendous amount of energy trying to catch a perch going down the bank, but not so with a crawdad. And on top of that, if a soft shell crawdad is missing a pincher, that is even a better meal for the fish, because if you put a soft shell crawdad and a hard shell crawdad next to each other, and you got two pinchers, fighting, when the bass looks at them, these pinchers are going up, a fish is going to sometimes not go for that. I mean, larger crawdads, when they get real defensive, a lot of times, if you've ever studied a bass, they will look at that crawdad and they won't bite it. They'll observe it. But if you have a soft shell crawdad down there with one pincher, they're going to suck it in every single time. That is probably one of the reasons why bottom bouncing lures are so effective, because in my opinion, it doesn't matter really what bottom bouncing lure that you're fishing. It could be a jig, it could be football head jig, it could be a worm, it could be drop shot, whatever. I think, in my own personal opinion,